Hi guys, in this video, in the interest of time, I want to demonstrate the steps needed to create a very basic two-field title block. Clearly, most title blocks require a lot more fields for various information, such as the author, date, scale, tolerances, company, header, etc. And that can be done using the steps I'm going to show you, but for the purpose of the video, this video, I basically want to show you the key steps that we need to take. Primarily, one, how to create the attributes for the various fields, how to write the title block template as a block so you can import it in future layouts. Three, how to import the title block into layouts. And finally, four, how to edit the attributes once you've imported the title block into the new layout. So I am assuming that the viewer knows how to draw basic lines and enter text, and you have designed a title block you want in the model space. And in my case, it's an A-size paper, 8.5 by 11, with two fields, a title and a drawing number. I drew an 8.5 by 11 rectangle. I offsetted it by a 1/4 inch to give it a 1/4 inch margin for the printer. I offset the bottom line, I split it in half, and I entered the two text fields, title and drawing number. So for the next steps to add the attributes, you basically, in the insert, if you select the insert tab in on the top menu, and you click on define attributes, you'll get this pop-up window, and you need to specify a tag and a default value uh, for every attribute. So in my case, in this case, the tag I'm going to call uh, title drawing DWG drawing title DWG title. There can't be any spaces in the tag field, or let the tag just be title and default value DWG title. And I select OK, and I pick an insertion point, and I'll pick it below the title. Next, I will create an attribute for the drawing number the same way. I would copy the bottom attribute that I just inserted and edit it, or I could click on Define Attribute tab again, and this time we'll give it a drawing tag of DWG and O, and default value, let's just enter um, some X's for the default drawing number. Below here, you can enter the text height and other um, definitions for the attribute, but we'll just keep it default for now. It's 2/10 of an inch of text height. I hit OK, and I pick an insertion point here. At this point, I basically added two attributes, a title attribute and a drawing number attribute. Um, for the next step, I need to write this as a block, and I'm going to save it so I can use it for future layout, as a template for future layouts. So in the insert, when you select the insert tab, you click on insert or create block, and you want to select right block, and the shortcut for that is just entering W block. And here you will need to pick a base point, the objects of interest, and a path, um, and a path and a file name. So I will pick the insertion point as the lower left corner. I will select all objects to write Basically, I want to write everything to the block. Hit the number 2 mouse button. Then in a destination, I created a folder called Autocad T block, and I will save the block as let's call it AV for A size vertical demo, and I hit enter. AV demo, and insert units are inches. I hit OK. At this point, the block was created. It was done. It's in the background. It saved it to the path that you specified on the previous dialog box. At this point, I could delete this if I wanted to. What I will do is I'll just open another drawing, default AutoCAD template drawing, and here is a brand new drawing. And now, suppose I draw, for the sake of this example, a circle, and I want to create a drawing of this circle. So I select layout. Here you see you're in paper space. You see the circle in the model space with the border around it. To insert the title block, you can use the command as you could go to insert if you select on the insert tab and then you go to insert recent blocks, recent block, favorite blocks, blocks from the library, or you could enter dd insert as a shortcut command, and you specify the path of where the block is, and we saved it uh, in the folder AutoCAD T block, and we named it AV demo, and so I'll select that. On this dialog, um, insertion point, you can enter 000. That's the origin, that's the paper space origin, and we'll insert it where your default printer margin is. The scale, you can specify on screen or just leave it as 1, and rotation is 0. So I'll leave, and you can explode it if you want, and you will need to explode it, but I'll just leave that unchecked for now, and I'll hit OK. Next, you get the edit attributes dialog where you could enter the drawing number, the title, the attributes that you uh, created. So for the sake of this example, let's enter a drawing number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a drawing title, we'll call it my drawing by DWG, and I'll hit OK. Notice that we need to change the page layout. We created a template for vertical A-size paper, but by default the layouts are all horizontal. So on the layouts tab, if you hit the number 2 mouse button and you go to the page setup manager and select modify and select portrait, and we're an 8.5 by 11 size paper. I didn't specify a printer or plotter at this point. So, and I hit close. So we have our title block inserted into paper space and a viewport that it initially inserted, which I can just stretch it. I could double click inside it, scale it, zoom. Basically, it's you're in the model space. That's beyond the scope of this video. But what I want to show you is that the title block was inserted. If I wanted to change the attributes, shortcut command for that is dd edit, and your attribute list comes up with each attribute and the value that you can change. So if you didn't want to call it my DWG, you want to call it my DWG version 2, you could do that, and it updates it automatically. And again, if you were to do want to create another layout and insert that block, again, lesson learned from the layout one is we need to change the page layout because we created a vertical title block. We'll change this to portrait. We could delete this viewport for now. Now we go to we enter DD insert and we select the same AV demo template. Again, 000 brings you to the origin of the printable space. Hit OK. Redefine block. Enter a new drawing number. We'll go 54321. Title. Some title. Hit OK. And you can see that in layout one, we have a drawing of just a circle with a viewport and with a title and drawing number that we specified in the attributes. And in the second layout, we have a new title with a drawing, and we could do this many more times. That's all I really wanted to show. Thank you for watching.